Taiwan has begun to prepare to train personnel and set up training facilities for the 180 M1A2T Abrams tanks the United States is to deliver to Taiwan from 2023 to 2026, Taiwan's Ministry of National Defense, MND, said Wednesday. According to an Army report presented during a legislative session Wednesday, it began preparing early this year for the eventual arrival of the tanks, including training seat instructors, setting up training grounds and bunkers, and purchasing simulators. The preparations are being made with the help of the United States. Experts from the U.S. visited Taiwan from February 18 to 25 and surveyed several sites, and the planning for their actual development is in progress, while discussions for building additional bunkers in different camps are also ongoing. The report said another 168 Army officers with foreign language skills and 72 young officers who had been studying in U.S. military schools have also been placed on a reserve list for training in the U.S., the report said. Taiwan purchased the 108 M1A2T tanks to modernize its current fleet of 1,000 battle tanks, mostly M60A3 and CM11 models, that have been in service for more than 2 decades. The U.S. approved selling the sale in July 2019, and a letter of offer and acceptance, LOA, was signed by the two countries 4 months later. A budget of $40.52 billion, $1.34 billion has been allotted for the purchase of these advanced tanks, and deliveries are expected in 4 batches from 2023 to 2026, the report said. Among other preparations being made, Taiwan's army is planning to send 84 army personnel to the U.S. to train for 6 to 9 months as seat instructors in 2023, according to the report. In addition, Taiwan's army will purchase shooting and driving simulators from the U.S., to be delivered together with the arrival of the first M1A2T tanks, the report said. The National Zhongshan Institute of Science and Technology, NCSIST, Taiwan's state-owned institution in charge of developing indigenous weapon systems, will also develop Taiwan's own simulators and install other training facilities at military camps where the tanks will be deployed, according to the report. The M1A2, among the most capable battle tanks in the world because of its fire control system, will be assigned to the 6th Army Corps, which is responsible for the security of northern Taiwan, where most central government agencies are located, the MND said. The U.S. State Department's approval of a possible sale to Taiwan of big-type weapons at an estimated value of $2.2 billion is likely to be seen as a symbolic move that makes sense for both Taipei and Washington as they grapple with an increasingly assertive China. The sale of the weapons requested by Taiwan, including 108 General Dynamics Corporation, M1A2T Abrams tanks and 250 Stinger missiles, will not alter the basic military balance in the region, the Pentagon's Defense Security Cooperation Agency said in a statement released Monday. The DSCA notified U.S. Congress the same day of the impending arms sale, which it said could also include mounted machine guns, ammunition, Hercules armored vehicles for recovering inoperative tanks, heavy equipment transporters, as well as related support. A proposed tank sale will contribute to the modernization of the recipient's main battle tank fleet, enhancing its ability to meet current and future regional threats and to strengthen its homeland defense, the DSCA said. And the missiles would support the foreign policy and national security of the United States by helping to improve the security and defensive capability of the recipient, an important force for political stability, military balance, and economic progress in the region, it added. In terms of troop numbers and firepower, Taiwan would be a massive underdog in any war with China, with much of its equipment in dire need of upgrades. In May, The Pentagon's Defense Intelligence Agency warned in a report that Taiwan's traditional military advantages over Beijing in the event of a cross-strait conflict were eroding in the face of China's military modernization efforts. Its current tank force consists of around 1,000 centimeters 11 Brave Tiger and M1A2T tanks, technology that is increasingly obsolete. The Abrams tanks and anti-aircraft missiles can be quickly moved by soldiers in the field, significantly boosting Taiwan's ability to destroy Chinese armor and warplanes in the event of an invasion. U.S. lawmakers have 30 days to object to the sale, but are unlikely to do so. The U.S. has no formal ties with self-governed and democratic Taiwan, which Beijing views as a renegade province that must be brought back into the fold by force if necessary, but is bound by its Taiwan Relations Act to help it defend itself and is the island's main source of arms. The Pentagon says Washington has sold Taipei more than $15 billion in weaponry since 2010. The deal was going ahead despite Chinese criticism, but also comes amid the protracted trade war between the U.S. and China and what Washington says is Beijing's militarization of the disputed South China Sea. China's foreign ministry protested the move Tuesday, expressing strong dissatisfaction and steadfast opposition to the possible arms sale. Additionally, Taiwan in late February also requested 66 F-16V fighter jets from the United States, and in April, Washington approved a $500 million package that included F-16 parts and training. It was not clear if the fighter sale would be approved, but experts said such a move would deal a political shock to China. After the approval, Taiwan's presidential office expressed its heartfelt thanks to the U.S. government for the arms sale, while President Tsai Ing-wen said that Taipei would continue to defend democracy, will continue to speed up investment in national defense, and partner with like-minded countries to defend democracy while promoting regional peace and stability. The approval came as Tsai prepares for a visit later this month to Taiwan's Caribbean diplomatic allies, and will be bookended by a total of 4 nights in the United States. Taiwanese media reported that the trip could include a rare visit to New York. Derek Grossman, a senior defense analyst at California-based Rand Corporation think tank, said that the sale could prove a boon for both Taipei and Washington. "I think the sale should be viewed mostly through a symbolic lens for Taiwan," Grossman said. "Basically, any big-ticket item, even in this case one that isn't necessary, in my view, will highlight Taipei's ability to leverage its unique bilateral relationship with Washington to bolster defense." As for Washington, Grossman said the deal is a low-risk way of keeping arms sales momentum going without unnecessarily angering Beijing. He said Beijing would likely reason the tanks won't appreciably change the balance of power across the Taiwan Strait, and were instead a demonstration of Washington treading lightly as the White House seeks a trade deal with China and continues to need Chinese aid on the North Korean nuclear issue. The weapons sale will also console Tokyo as it grows increasingly wary of China's growing military assertiveness, especially near the contested Senkaku Islands, which are controlled by Tokyo but also claimed by Beijing, where they are known as the Diaoyas.